Now, what on earth is this book for? You have probably already heard me say a word during one of the videos that you've watched previously. If you did Theory Book 1 or if you have watched any of my other videos, I use a word and I haven't really clearly defined it. And so we're going to make a little booklet to clearly define the word octaves. Okay, so we are going to be writing, this is such a cool little booklet. I'm super happy with how this came out. And I think it's going to look really fun when we're done. I'm going to use a combination of black pen and different colors, but just the way that it works is also going to be pretty fun. So first we're going to write the more academic things. So I'm going to use my black pen for writing the word and the definitions and things. Then I'm going to put some color on the inside. Make sure you do the folding the way that I do it, because you want the inside, which I'm calling this the inside, to be blank when we get to it. Okay, so with it totally folded up, we're going to write the word octaves. I'll spell it and you write it with me. Oct is O-C-T. And then octaves is A-V-E-S. Okay, so this is the word I've been saying. And again, my students will tell me, I've said this before in this very video, I believe, that I use words and they say, well, use a big word and I don't know what it means. Well, you know, when a little baby is learning how to talk, we don't say, okay, this is what the word mom looks like, and this is your parental unit. We call her mom. We just have them say the word, and then eventually they figure out, oh, mom means that lady, right? So sometimes I use words and I just kind of let them sink in, and then I define them. So you may have heard this word. If you're my student, you've definitely heard it. You might have heard your teacher use it. Maybe you already know what it means, but I want to put a really fine point on the definition. Okay, so now we are going to open our book one fold. So I'm grabbing just one little piece of it and opening it up. Look how fun that is. So now I have all this space to write. And here we go. I'm going to write a little something and then I'll explain it while you're writing it. I'm putting a little quotation mark. I'm writing oct, just the first part of that word. Oct. Now I'm going to write the whole thing and then again, I'll explain while you are copying. So oct as a prefix. Oh my gosh, another big word. I wonder if you know that already from school. Oct as a prefix means 8. Okay, so you can copy that down. A prefix is the first part of a word, and it's a part of a word where you'll see it in many different words. Okay, so oct, when you see it in a word, it implies 8 of something. And we're going to have some examples here in a moment. So I think that probably gave you enough time to copy that. So now we are going to fold one fold down. Now we have more blank space. That's fun. Great. We're going to do 2 words with oct at the beginning. We're going to put the word, we're going to define like why oct is part of that word, and then we're going to draw a picture just for fun. So the first one is the shape octagon, octagon, O-C-T-A-G-O-N, octagon. An octagon is a shape. You see it all the time on stop signs. It has 8 sides. So we're going to put 8 sides. So an octagon has 8 sides, and here's the best way to draw it. Do a line on the top, do a line on the bottom. Those need to be in line with each other. Then on the sides, far away from those, one line on this side, one line on this side. And then you connect those with a diagonal line, all of them. The one I drew on my rough draft was a little bit better, but I'm gonna leave it. I'm okay with the imperfection of it. And then mine is just gonna legit be a stop sign. So I'm gonna write the word stop, which I know would be in white normally, but there we go, taking a little shortcut. All right, so we're gonna underline the oct part of that. So we remember that that is the prefix that we are paying attention to. Let's add another word. We're gonna give one more example, and that is octopus. And I looked up my spelling on these things because I wanted to make sure that I got it right. So it's Octopus. So you see the word is only the same in the beginning, and then it's definitely different after that. Okay, let's underline the oct. That's 8 of something. What is it 8 of? Okay, because I really believe in getting it right, I looked up, does an octopus have arms or legs? So here's a little fun fact that has nothing to do with music. They don't have 8 of either. They have 6 arms and 2 legs, but they all look like little tentacles. So they're named octopus because the first people who saw them and named that, because they had 8 of something, they didn't realize 2 of those are legs that they use for walking along the ocean floor, and the other 6 are more like arms. Isn't that fascinating? But what we are going to put here in your book is that they have 8 limbs. A limb is like an arm or a leg or a tentacle, and that way we are more accurate, and it still works for our example. And now you know something about the octopus I didn't even know until this very day. Okay, and limbs, when we're talking about arms or branches or something, it's spelled L-I-M-B-S. It's another one of those funny English words with a silent letter. Now, after I looked up how many arms or legs it has, I also looked up how to draw a simple octopus. So I'm going to teach you how to do that. It's pretty fun. So our octopus needs a head first, and their head is not entirely round. It's kind of like this. So draw that kind of shape. And then, because of what I just told you, 6 arms and 2 legs, they basically look the same, but we are going to draw 6 arms that look like they're in the front. So I'm going to use my black pen for that. And then we're going to draw 2 that are in the back, and I'm going to use a different color to make it look like they're a little bit more in the background. Okay, we're going to start on the outsides, and I'm going to make the arms stick out more toward the side because you can fit them all in better, because we need 6 of them, right? So 1 on this side, I'm going to give that arm a little squiggle for fun. And then I'm going to make another side to that squiggle, and that's 1 arm. All right, let's make another one. Squiggle out, squiggle out. Okay, we got 2 down. Looking good so far. Here we go. 3, a little squiggle, little squiggle. Ooh, that one needs to be pointier. There we go. Okay, so we got 3. Now I'm going to go on this side so that I balance my octopus out. Give him a little squiggly arm and another little squiggly arm. All right, I need 2 more, and they got to fit in here. So squiggly arm. Ooh, that's a very long one. All right, it kind of works in the end. And 1 more, boom, right here. That last leg is a little tiny. That's okay. All right, now we got to draw the ones in the back. So I'm just going to pick a color. I'm going to pick blue because we have water, and that's, you can pick whatever color you want, but something that's going to look like it's a little bit more in the background. And now we're going to draw 2 basically of the same tentacles, but they have to look like they're coming out of the back. So right in between these front 2, I'm going to put a little squiggle and a little squiggle. And then over here, a little squiggle and a little squiggle. So we got legs in the back. Now, my octopus, I can't resist. Mine is happy. I gotta give it a smile. And if it has a smile, it also needs some eyes, don't you think? There we go. Okay, so oct means 8. 8 sides, 8 limbs, 8. Okay, if you ever see a word with oct on the front, you can guess that it's 8 of something.